Shanghai, Shenzhen, Beijing. These aren't just cities, they're launchpads. For decades, entrepreneurs have dreamed of building something here. But between you and that dream stands a maze of regulations, visa complexities, and compliance traps. The difference between success and failure? Knowing the right playbook.
Hey everyone, Joe here, and welcome back to the Middle Kingdom Code. Today we're tackling the question I get more than any other: how to start a business in China as a foreigner in 2026. This is your complete tactical playbook, from entity choice to visa navigation to compliance. Let's crack the code.
Phase 1. The 2026 landscape first. What's changed in 2026? China still wants you. The government continues prioritizing foreign investment with supportive policies. New laws take effect. The revised foreign trade law took effect March 1, 2026. The updated Catalogue of Encouraged Industries 2025 edition went into effect February 1st, replacing the 2022 version. If your business falls into encouraged categories high-tech manufacturing, R&D, green energy, you may qualify for tax benefits. Digital everywhere, but stricter. Visa and business registration systems are increasingly digital. Online portals are now the norm, but documentation checks are actually stricter than ever. Phase 2. Choosing your entity, the FOE. The most common structure is the FOE, wholly foreign-owned enterprise. It gives you full ownership, operational control, and the ability to repatriate profits legally. What a FOE requires in 2026. 1. Business scope precision. Your scope determines what you're legally allowed to do, what permits you need. Get this wrong, and you're back at square one. 2. Registered capital. The good news. China requires zero minimum paid-in capital for work permit sponsorship via your FOE. You can register, then secure your visa. Amounts are suggested by the local government, typically $100,000 for consulting, $300,000 for trading. You have up to 5 years to inject it fully. 3. Physical office non-negotiable. You need a commercial lease in a strictly commercial building. Residential or mixed use won't work. This prevents shell companies. 4. The negative list reality. Check the foreign investment negative list before committing. If your industry is restricted, you may need a joint venture. If it's off the list, especially on the encouraged list, you're in business. Phase 3. The visa puzzle. There's no single entrepreneur visa. Your pathway depends on what you're doing.
The Z visa route for operating owners. If you'll run day-to-day operations, you need the Z visa pathway. This requires an employment license sponsored by your own company, work permit approval, background checks, and medical exams. The work permit reality check. Here's what founders miss. Even though you own the company, for work permit purposes, you're treated as an employee. The M visa alternative for scouting. If you're not ready for full-time operations, the M visa, business visa, lets you enter for meetings and market research. Critical 2026. Tip: start early. Authorities cross-check employer filings, tax submissions, and bureau registrations. Any mismatch between company records and your visa application can derail everything.
Phase 4. Registration step by step. Let's walk through registering your FOE. Step 1. Name pre-approval. Submit Chinese name options to the local administration for market regulation. Structure, place, name, business direction, and Co. Ltd. Choose carefully. Your Chinese name is the main name. Step 2. Document preparation. The Apostille Revolution. Major 2026 update. If your country is party to the Apostille Convention, you can now submit apostille documents instead of embassy legalization. This saves weeks. You'll need company registration certificate for corporate shareholders, passport copies for all shareholders, director, supervisor, apostille degree and non-criminal record for the legal representative. Step 3. Submission and approval. Submit through the single window system handling company registration and commercial filing simultaneously. Approval takes about 10 business days. Expedited can be 2 to 5 days. Step 4. Post-license essentials. Company chop seals. Register them with the Public Security Bureau, legally. Binding. Treat them like gold. Bank account opening, often the hardest part. Expect rigorous anti-money laundering checks. The bank will scrutinize your business, funding sources, and beneficial owners. Tax registration. Register with the Tax Bureau. Understand your VAT and corporate income tax obligations. Phase 5. Compliance never ending. You're registered. Now the real work begins. Substantial operations. Regulators crack down on shell companies. They expect actual business activity, employees, and revenue. If you're not operating, you risk losing your license. Annual reporting. File reports with the Market Supervision Bureau between January 1st and June 30th. Company information, financial data, shareholder details. Tax compliance. Keep meticulous records. Tax authorities have extensive data sharing networks. Your contracts, invoices, and bank records must tell a consistent story. Changes require notification. If you change your name, equity structure, or legal representative, notify authorities immediately. Failure can mean fines or loss of legal status. The Golden Rule of 2026 Compliance. Authorities cross-check tax, social security, company registration, and visa records. Your permits, contracts, and job titles must reflect your registered business scope. If your scope says consulting but you're manufacturing, you're asking for trouble.
Starting a business in China as a foreigner is absolutely possible. Thousands do it every year. But it's not a DIY project with Google Translate. It requires strategy, patience, and professional guidance. The 2026 Reality Check. Do work with experienced professionals, lawyers, accountants who know the landscape. Do start your visa process months before you plan to move. Do budget for compliance, accounting, tax filings, legal updates. Don't take shortcuts on document legalization. One missing apostille halts everything. Don't assume what worked in 2020 works in 2026. The rules have changed. Building a business in China isn't just about profits. It's about the partnerships you'll forge, the market you'll understand, and the personal transformation of navigating one of the world's most dynamic economies. That journey is why the Middle Kingdom Code exists. If this playbook gave you the roadmap to turn your China business dream into reality, I have 3 asks. First, hit that like button. It tells YouTube that practical business content matters. Second, subscribe to the Middle Kingdom Code. We're building the ultimate library for entrepreneurs in China. Your subscription keeps us growing. And third, share this video. Share it with your co-founder in entrepreneur forums or with anyone who's ever whispered, "I should start a business in China." Your China business story starts now. Go write it.